Hey, good evening, everyone. RVDebs here. It is Wednesday, and I am live. Anyone care to join me for a little chat? Come on in. Let me get my hair looks like you know what. It's all right, but look. Well, hey, RV Lucky. Hi. Hi, Deb. Hi, Charles. Chuck. Hi, Dan and Michelle. Wow, I'm glad you guys could join me. Hi, Carrie Joe. How you doing, Michelle? It's good to see you guys. Hello, Pamela. We'll just see how many people fly in here. That's great. Happy Wednesday, right? It's the middle of the week, so you just subscribed. Thank you, Gal Lynn. I appreciate it. Welcome. Hello, Sharon Taylor. Welcome also from Washington. Love that state. Hello, Laura. Hey, Judy. I'm glad you're doing good, Michelle. Oh, thanks, Dan. I'm not looking that great, but I figured I was feeling like talking to you guys. Hey, Cinnamon Girl and Think Agape, you guys are welcome. You love the jelly bean painting. I didn't do a jelly bean painting. What when you say jelly bean painting, which one are you talking about? I do appreciate it too. Thank you for everybody's been so kind to me. I had a real crappy week. Oh, Jelly Bean, your kitty cat. Yes, of course. Ah, I'm glad you like her. She's pretty. You know, I had a crappy week, so I wanted to come in here and at least thank everybody who left comments. I had like over 100 comments, just really uplifting comments, and I wanted to say I appreciate everybody. But I am feeling better. Today was a decent day, so I can't complain. Oh, thanks, Cinnamon Girl. I'm glad you like it. I remember now Jelly Bean was what we named it. I name my paintings. So anyway, let's see. So I am hanging out here. I watched a really good movie. I've seen it before. It's the what is it? The Strange World of Benjamin Button. Has anyone seen that one with Brad Pitt? It's a good movie. If you haven't seen it and you have a chance, I forget what it's called. Let me see. Hold on a minute. It's just ended. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Okay, that's what it was. Turned off the TV. Thanks, Dan. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Think Agape. Yes. Just a couple things happen to make. Sometimes it just really gets you. Yeah, it's a good movie. I really enjoy it. I've seen it a few times. There's certain movies that you can watch more than once, and that's one of them. So I thought we'd talk about what our favorite movies are and hang out with each other for a little while. I'll tell you another movie I really love, and I can see it more than once, was The Color Purple. Another really good movie. Hi, Sean. I loved the movie. Was that a long movie? It's not really long or more than any other movie, really. But it's a good movie. It's about this baby that was born, and it had a disease where it's born like an old person, so it's a real shriveled up baby. Sorry, you're Cinnamon Girl. Hi, Darby. And instead of growing old when you grow up, the older he got, the younger he gets. So, but it's really good. And I'm watching Dancing with the Stars. I think is good. Yeah, The Color Purple is super. Hello, RV Whiskey. Hi, Sharon. Yeah, it's a super movie. And we were just talking about the color purple today. Pretty bored up in Daytona Beach, huh, Gail? Well, I'm glad. I wasn't really bored tonight, but I had really gotten so many wonderful comments, and I thought I would get on and tell you guys how much I appreciate you. And I can watch TV any night, really. Dan says McClintock is one of my favorites, and Smokey and the Bandit. I don't know McClintock, but I do know Smokey and the Bandit. Sometimes it's just boring to do the same old thing. Wow. Janu says it's 9 in the morning there in, I don't even know how to say that. Is that India? Avatar is another one you can watch more than once, except for it gets so noisy at the end. And I get so mad at the Americans that destroy their beautiful, peaceful planet. But Avatar was so cool. The day that I saw Avatar, the first time, I was with Kathy and Mark and my husband and I, and we had gone to Steak and Shake in Florida. That's a chain, and had hamburgers, and I think we had milkshakes. "22, young, Asian." Okay, well, welcome. Hey, Dad's Vintage Garage. Just got home from baseball with my boys. Nice. And it's only 7 p.m. in California. It's 9 p.m. here in Texas. And it's 9 a.m. in somewhere in Asia. Isn't that amazing how we're all together anyway? Hi, Lisa Ann. Welcome. 10 o'clock. Yeah, it's an hour later where Dan is in Florida. I was saying something. I don't even remember what I was saying. Never mind. It's terrible to things go in my head and out. Boom. Huh. Tomorrow, I am going to Abilene, which is an hour drive from here. Just a little more than an hour drive, and with Kathy. I'm gonna go find myself a new place to get my nails done, have some lunch, go shopping. That'll be nice. Right, Steak and Shake. So you know that place. Oh yeah. So I went to Steak and Shake before the movie Avatar, and I wasn't feeling good. And it was a 3D movie, so we put the glasses on, and I started getting like really nauseated, like as if I was in a boat, and I didn't feel well. And I went home. We left before that movie ended. That's how sick I felt, and I had to have my gallbladder out. Like the next week, I had my gallbladder out. So that's how I remember Avatar. Oh, RV Whiskey says that I've recently divorced and found myself living in an RV now. Yeah, well, I live in an RV too, and that's since my husband passed away. I sold. We had a mobile home in Florida, right on Lake Tarpon. It was really nice. I miss my home, and I sold it, and I bought this travel trailer, and I've been living in it for 4 years. And there's good and bad about it. The good thing is it's paid for, so that's a good thing. And it's got everything I need. I don't really need a huge place. So, thanks, RV Whiskey. Dan says George Hamilton the fourth first sang Abilene. Yeah, we go through these changes in our lives, and we have to just go through them. And there really is no option. You know, you either go through it or you don't. And I want to go through it. I want to be strong and survive. Oh, I'm sorry, Sharon. You lost your dad. And you're in a 23-foot trailer. This trailer is 27 foot with a slide out. And I remodeled this year. For 3 years, I sat. Hi, Judy. For 3 years, I sat at this like the dining room, like dinette where you sit on the bench, and it was so uncomfortable. This year, my dear friend Mark, my friend's Kathy's husband, I live on their property in Texas, and he pulled out the dining room, and I bought a new desk and a nice new comfortable chair, and it sure helped. Oh, I'm so sorry, Gail. That's a horrible heartache. Yeah, no, and you can't get away from heartaches. Everybody is vulnerable, and everyone's gonna lose someone, and it's just part of life is like death, and it's hard, especially when you are alone and you were so happy. You know, like I guess it would have been horrible anyway to lose someone, but we had a good marriage. There's a difference, you know. Yes, Gail, we are sorry, all of us, I know. I have the best subscribers. That's true. Yes, she said, I saw your video today that your sister was only 27 as well. Sad, it's been a while. 1974, yeah, you remember. It never completely goes away, although it's been such a long time that I handle it. You know, I handle it. My sister's name was Noreen, and she was a really neat lady. She was very artistic. She was the artist in the family. I was a musician and she was the artist. She used to do nails. You know, the first time they ever did acrylic nails, they did them out of what doctors make porcelain, dentures and stuff with. That's what they used. And that's what she used to do is buy. Now they don't do that. Now that you can buy it anywhere, just about. But she was really, really good. And she did Joan Rivers nails. We're from West Hollywood, California. So, yeah. Anyway, that I've been brought up. I've been brought up so different than people here in Texas. It's amazing. Today I went to. There's a couple of ladies that last about 6 months ago. We had a 6-week Bible study, and you play guitar too. That's neat, Whiskey. Um, I'm not really, really like to be on. I'm always honest, and I'm gonna say it. I'm not totally into going to Bible study, but I'm so alone here in this area, and these ladies are so wonderful that I want to. They invite me, and I went, and I'm so glad I went because everybody's so sweet. Dan says, when I lost my wife to cancer, I realized that another day is not promised, and we all go at at any time. Yeah, we can all go at any time, and that's when I stopped worrying about what people think of me and enjoy life. That's right, Dan. I agree with you on that one. Hi, Libra. Yeah, I just don't want to stop living, and so I'm just going to continue. Oh my goodness! Thank you, Darby, for the super chat. That is really nice. Oh my gosh, you warm my heart, Darby. Hi, Mary. Darby's a doll. Thank you, Darby. Think Agape said the best way I have found to beat those blues, remember all of the good times. Think of the fun trips or something funny always helps me. That's true. I love you too, Darby. Hi, Mary. You want me to speak like the no, I can't. I don't want to make fun of anybody. Devotee. I did the other day, I know. Oh, you're so kind, Mary. I feel kind of drained, but I put some red lipstick to match my blouse. Yeah, so when I went to this group, we all met together. There was five ladies, and I just realized though that they were all brought up totally in Christianity, like really into the Bible. That's how they were brought up, and they totally believe with all their heart every word of the Bible. Thanks, devotee. I'm glad I made you laugh, because if we can laugh every day, then we got something going on. Dan said, if I want to act goofy, I do it. Doesn't matter where I am. I was asked once why I'm hardly ever serious, and asked them why are they all, why that's all they were is serious. They said nothing. Libra says, Debs, with everything that is going on in this world, you are better off in a small town away from nightlife and attractions that bring in a crowd and also brings crime. I agree. And I'm supposed to be here. There's no mistakes, really. Well, she's not Chinese. She was Vietnamese, but yeah. Well, that's how she sounds. You're not welcome in my business. We don't want your business. It's like, ugh. I'm going tomorrow, Amanda. Hi, sweetie. Yeah, tomorrow Kathy and I are going into Abilene, and the lady at the post office who I know, Lois, she said to go to Natural Nails, that she goes there, and her nails always look pretty. And Cinnamon Girl said, I have a close friend, very Christian, whose husband passed away, and she's angry he is not helping with their alcoholic son. What can you tell her? Well, if the man passed away, how can he help? You got to cut that guy some slack. The best thing to do is to try to get him to an AA meeting, but you can't force anybody till they're ready. RV Whiskey just ate Chinese food. Oh, good riddance for sure, Mary. Um, I never liked this woman. She was never nice to me. And I felt it. You can feel how people are. Oh, she believes that he's in heaven and can help. That is ridiculous, because he might be in heaven. We don't know, but she has to do it now. And I feel sorry for her. And I think, see, let me hold on. Yeah, she called me because I called her husband, who did my nails for 3 years, once a month, 3 years. I swear to God, as whatever you want to swear on, I would he would say, pick your color. I would tell him what color I want, and he would just, take my hand and start the nails thing and not talk to me, never talk to me, unless he wanted me to move or, and I never loved going there. I think I've told you guys before that I felt this way, but I was used to him. I realized that everybody in town that goes to him knows how he is, but I just never expected them to do that. Here they are. I go to my appointment on last Monday, and they aren't even there. There's no sign on the wall, nothing. Yeah, Amanda, I agree. They're not very friendly. Yes, Judy, that's right. He's if he has to deal with life's problems, it's not heaven. Right, exactly. If her husband went to heaven, why would he want to bring himself back to this earth that we have here? I know, Libra, they are. But I have been to nail salons that they're very sweet, and they are thinking of the customer. That means something. Have a nice time. See you next month. Be well. I would always say that to him. But and he didn't say anything bad to me. It was that after I called him up and said, you could have called me. I left you messages. I didn't know what happened. Oh, we had a family emergency. Up, can you fit me in this week? Because it's obvious that my nails are overgrown. Okay, I'm busy all week. Just the attitude. And then his wife called back and said, "Don't come in." Silly is a good thing. And sometimes they talk like under their, like, really soft. I remember going to a place in Clearwater, Florida, getting my nails done, and they would talk and you didn't know what they were saying. It felt like they were talking about you, and they probably were. Yeah, well, Libra, I'm not a racist, and I love all people, but they were really rude, and I'm just saying them because not everybody's the same. Dan says it's pouring rain in North Miami Beach. Well, it's hot. It's been hot here, just like summer. I tip too, of course, but when they own the shop, I don't think you should have to tip the owner because the owner sets the prices. I don't know. Right, devotee? No, they just were mean to me, and they're mean in general. I mean, I've heard other customers while I'm waiting to get my nails. I would be early, and they'd say something like, "Danny, are you in a bad mood today, like usual?" Because he and the thing is there's not one nail salon here, like 3 towns, and only one place, so it's hard. Amanda, I hope we get a cold front soon. Libra said it's a cultural difference. We had all kinds of crap thrown at us, like they would say Americans owed them something because of the Vietnam War. Well, I don't know about that. Cinnamon Girl says if they are a good business people, they will be kind. If not, their prejudice towards other non-Asians may show. I read a lot about Asians that do not like Americans visiting their country. Huh. You know, everybody's just human. You just treat someone like they treat you. And I never treated them badly. So, hey, you guys, I see only 17 thumbs up. Can we get it up to at least 50? If you haven't given me one, please give me a thumbs up. Devotee said, I started a new job today. I'm a housekeeper now for a hotel, and it's crazy. Who knows that she's done that job too at Best Western. Right, Cinnamon Girl. We all want a good quality life. And, I thought about it over 3 years. I gave them about like $1,700. So that's ridiculous. Thank you, Marcel. How are you? Uh, it's not like we got out of the war unscathed. All the drug addiction, and my husband had PTSD from Vietnam War. Think Agape said, look at it this way, Deb. You get to find a new nail salon and have a girls' day once a month. And it's nice to have a girls' day. That's true. In Libra said this was the 80s when we owned a restaurant next door to them in San Diego. Many of them came to the U.S. at that time, American fathers from the war. Well, congratulations on Devotee on your job. Hello, RV Fat Cat. I thought so. I was always nice, and I still don't. I can't believe how rude she was, and It did upset me because, you know, I just didn't expect that. They're the ones that didn't show. When you don't show up and you have a family emergency, you try to fit that person in the next week as soon as you could. Nope. That's right, Dan. If you show respect, I'll show respect. That's right too, Mary. Everything happens for a reason, and now I'll meet some nice people. Well, I was told that this one place I'm going to try is really nice, so I'm glad you got the job. That's good. And I'm glad you have an awesome landlord. Those are important things, you know. Hey, Kathy. So we are, I am just trying to make it day by day, and most of the time I'm in good moods, and I'm in a good mood today. But I think going on a vacation, I went for a 2-night getaway, and then coming home and having that happen, and then just other little things that I don't have to say, but I mean, Libra says gangs that broke into our vehicles. There is more. I don't even like to think of it. It was the only race I ever had problems, so I get it. Okay. Yeah, sometimes, depression, I don't like to be a depressed person, and I'm really not. But I sometimes get down, and then I have a channel, and I want to keep it an upbeat, uplifting type of channel. But then again, I also want to be who I am. So I knew I was going to wind up sharing that with you guys. So, oh, Rhonda, that's okay, sweetie. Well, Devotee, you don't seem like a depressed person. Usually you're having a good time. I really didn't deserve it. You're right, Mary. I mean, if I was a bitch or something to him, but I was so nice. Ugh. Thank you, Cinnamon Girl. And I do feel like the new salons are about it. Well, it's in Abilene's about an hour away, maybe an hour and 5 minutes away. And I do go there once a month, so I'll just get my nails done there. It was about the same here, who knows, in Texas where I'm at. I'm so over this summer. Dan says, the best thing about waking up is waking up. Just saying. I treat people with respect, and I love a lot. I love easy, I like somebody, I really like them. When they're my friend, I'll do anything for them. It does help, Marcel. That was to say one of the reasons I came in here um today was because everybody saw my last video explaining my blues, that I had the blues, and they were so kind, and I thought, let me go in there and be more upbeat. I really appreciate all of you that come in and chat with me here, or leave comments on my videos, or give me a thumbs up. All that stuff is uplifting for me. And I was telling the girls today, hello, plain vanilla grandma. I'm doing much better today, thank you. If it's in my power, I mean, I'm only one person, but I will say that when I'm a friend, I'm a true friend. I don't hit below the belt ever. I don't say things that I'm going to be sorry later, Devotee said today was a really crazy weather day in upstate New York. It was really hot, like 82, and humid in the morning. Crazy rain. When I left work at 6:30, it was only 51 degrees. Woo. I wish it was 50 degrees here. Isn't that crazy, Carrie Jo? She had the AC on yesterday, and today the heat. That is crazy. Wisconsin. Dan said that might sound weird, but frankly, if it worked for being sad once in a while, you would never know the meaning of happy. Oh, yeah. We all have ups and downs. I'm glad, Lisa. I try to be totally, I don't even try. I am totally myself. If you met me in person, and I have met several people, have come and parked their travel, their motorhomes and vehicles, and say, you're just like that in person as you are. And of course I am. Lieber said on a different note, 50% of the world population lives on $1 per day. Another 30% live on $2 a day. So a glitch in your nail salon service is a small comparison. Well, I'm not comparing that experience with any of the major world problems, Libra. But it's been really hot and humid. Actually, we've had more humidity because we had rain, and then it turns into humidity. And then I got a bunch of bees, like little baby bees, all over the roof, because there's water condensed up there. So all these crazy things. I'm looking forward to wearing, I have a new jean jacket I bought on sale, and I'm looking forward to wearing it. Oh, Mary wants to know about the earrings I wore. No, those pretty earrings Kathy brought those earrings as a gift for me. She got them at Pioneer Woman, the mercantile. You know who Pioneer Woman is? Well, her and her daughter-in-law and a few of family members drove up to Oklahoma, where they stayed overnight and went to the mercantile. They love Pioneer Woman, and that's where she brought those earrings for me. Yeah, they loved it. They really did. They got to take pictures of themselves with her husband, who was a real handsome cowboy. That's right, Dan. It is. It's nice to have someone to talk to. Friends are friends, whether you're online or whether you're in person. That's right. Well, everyone loves those earrings. I'll show them to the people that haven't seen them. This is my little box of earrings. They're really pretty. And they look good with certain outfits, so but I don't make this kind of jewelry, but isn't that pretty? Beaded. I do make most of my earrings. Gail Lynn says, I'm just wondering if you still do hangouts. I heard you talking about it in another video. And even if you don't, they are still available. I need friends. Well, this to me is the way hangouts are now. It's not the same as it used to be on YouTube. It used to be that you could have like 10 people in the same room and a side chat, and it was like a group of people talking. But they do that now, but there's other like places to live stream. I haven't downloaded them or anything. Hi, Linda. Welcome to the Wednesday party. Yeah, I really love those earrings. She knows me well enough to be able to pick out earrings for me. We're very close. Kathy and we're best sisters and friends. Hi, Susan Allen. I love jewelry. And I just put, let me show you. Where is it? I didn't put this for sale. I made this a while ago, and I looked on my Etsy shop to see if it wasn't listed, so I listed it. I enjoy doing live streams. Oh, thank you, Maya. You're awfully kind. So I got this. Is this a 40-inch necklace with gorgeous beads, crystals, and beads, and peace signs, just all kinds of pretty stuff. I love it. So I put it for sale. Thanks, Mary. Oh, okay. Susan's the Pacific Northwest granny. Okay, gotcha. I thought you were familiar. Thank you. Yeah, we're all friends in here, and the more you get to know people, just come in when you see a live or anywhere. I mean, there's lots of good people around. You just have to. It takes time. It really does. I had to create my own happiness because otherwise I'd be living in my RV on my friend's property alone, you know? And so like today I have a few lady friends. They're wonderful friends, but the one thing, they're all married, they all have husbands. Everybody's married and has a husband. Well, this is a hangout. This isn't like a hangout. This is what Google now lets us do. Oh, thank you, Mary. Yeah, consider us friends. But I had to create this, and I'm really glad I did. Um, Today at the little Bible study that we went to, Laura, she says, Debbie, you've got lots of friends. Look at your, look at your YouTube, subscribers. And I did. I said I am very fortunate, but I had to create it. If I sat and didn't do anything and just felt down and I lost my husband, I could have still be in the same place down in the dumps. I don't like to be down. I really am glad that I did what I did. Linda says, men enclosing my deck with walls and windows and a door. I already had a roof. This will keep out the snow and the rain that it's hard to shovel. Oh, that's going to be great. Dan, I don't know how to make men's jewelry. I did sell recently a black beaded choker style necklace to Chuck, and he wears it and loves it. But in general, it's kind of like, well, that's right. Men usually like dark beads, different shades browns, for instance. I do that kind of thing. I can make, black beads, real pretty, gorgeous beads. But in general, I don't really work with a lot of leather. I used to do more, but now I just work with my beads and crystals and, you know. Right, Amanda. Whenever I go, I'm the third wheel. And otherwise, it's me and Kathy and Mark, or it's, like Carolyn and Mike that I went to Oklahoma to visit. I was the third, but they treated me right. Really, Jenu says there's no people who live on in an RV trailer in my country. So I often watch your streaming because curious how it feels like. Devotee, you're so funny. I don't think a good guy's gonna come along, Mary. I just don't feel that in this town I will ever meet anyone. Perhaps online. I know I love Craig, and I hope to be able to have some time with him sometime. But I don't really want to be with just any man. No way. I'd rather be alone than be with just any man. They don't have meetups here, Libra. Just me and my dogs too, Gail. I love him as a friend. Oh, I never say never, but I don't. The people that it's really difficult for me to say this without sounding really bad, but I don't want a Texan cowboy old guy. I just don't. And I've seen a few, and I wouldn't even. Not for me. Now, if I was in Florida, I used to do the meetups because meetups.com, Gail. I don't know where you're from. Where do you live, Gail? Because there's a thing called meetup.com, and you can find interesting things to join and go and make friends. There is a good way to do it. No, I'm not homeless. This is my home. Johnny, I heard the people in Asia live in little teeny weeny itty bitty apartments. What's the difference? Hey, Mike. Hi, sweetheart. I've known Mike since I was 12 years old, maybe. He's in California. One of my darling friends forever and ever. It is nice. How are you, Mike? How's Ron and you doing? Hi, Harmony Paints. No, I'm not going to do that, devotee. Rhonda says Abraham lived in tents. That's not good, Amanda. See, now she's got friends a couple that fight. My husband and I never had fights like that. Never. Hi, LaDonna. Welcome. So nice to see everybody. I'm not looking, Susan. I'm really not looking for a person. I'm not at all. Matter of fact, that's like really not on my mind. Defoe, you're so funny. The size of the home does not matter. I've got a bathroom, a kitchen, a bedroom. I've got a living room. I have air conditioning and heat. What more could you want? Oh, Mike, I should come visit. You know, if I didn't have my dogs, I could come over. I would visit easier. And my friend Craig, he's been going through a lot of medical issues. That's private. He is feeling better today, and I was happy to hear that. But, you know, going to California is not cheap, Mike. Not only is the gas $4 a gallon, but just to get a hotel room and is supposed to be, especially where you live, it's very expensive. And you guys have such a tiny place. I can't put myself, you know, I wouldn't put you out. Think Agape says I am enjoying single life, can do what I want, eat what I want. Best part, nothing gets messy unless it's something I messed up or my fur babies. I do miss going to fun places with someone. Yeah, I miss having my man. He was a great guy. Thanks, Eminem Laguna. It's hard to read everybody. Amanda says she misses having someone to take out the trash and mow the yard. Gail says, I'm living full-time in my RV. This is my 11th day out. I don't know where I'll end up. Where are you right now, Gail? So I know where you're at. Dandy Dan says, on the homeless subject, some of the best I've met are what society calls homeless, but they are not. They are productive members of society, and most of them are happy with their status. Yeah, you know what? I don't need much more than this, really. I mean, I'd like a bigger kitchen and a bigger bathroom because why not? But I don't have to pay any rent, you know, when it comes to mortgage or whatever. Well, good luck on with your husband. I know he's been going through a lot. Mountains are cheaper. Probably are because they're smaller away from the big cities. Hi, Will Marcel. Hi, Wayne. Simple life is good. It is. I'm not really, people go, why don't you just, well, you're looking for a man. I'm not looking for a man. I love friends. I do love men. I love having men friends. Right, Judy. I have everything a house has. Wow, Dan says he's a minimalist. Everything he owns would fit in the trunk of his car. Oh, I have more stuff than I need. But I mean, if I was to meet someone, I'm open in my life to meet a nice person. But I have noticed here in this area, there's really, most people are married or they're very old, like 90, 85, 90. Um, I'm kind of picky. I don't want just anybody. I know Harmony Paints, me too. Minimalist is the way to live. That way, you know, when I pass away, I don't want to have someone come in here and have to clean out crap. So I try to keep it to a minimum. Libra says you're too far from up in the mountains from a hospital. How close are you to a hospital, Linda? God forbid you needed one. But the lady friends today were really great. And I was telling them I was being myself, and like they were brought up so Christian. And I wasn't. I was brought up in Los Angeles. I mean, it's not my thing, but I do understand that, it's good. It's good that they're beautiful people and they have a certain way that they've been brought up. But it's not as natural for me. We have a hospital right here in Knox City. Oh, goody. We're not your brother. I really don't like that kind of feeling like someone, get ready for the worst thing to happen. Get ready. It's like, please. Linda said, and people cannot work up here and drive winding roads and snow to city jobs. We have a hospital in Big Bear. I do too, Judy. I don't just want anybody. God, why would I want to pick up after a man that I don't feel something for just to be with a guy? And there are women like that. They just sell themselves short. Nope. I was just thinking about my next video, but it's probably not going to happen right now, was 10 best things about being retired. The 10 best things about being retired. Senior discounts. That was number 1. Freedom to dress and act any way you want. Freedom to not have to go to work every single day. No need to wake up early like an alarm clock. And, don't have to wear a bra if you don't feel like it. Yeah, I would like to have a male companion, someone that like you go out to dinner once in a while. I don't know if I want to live with anybody. Dan said, I came back to Florida to take care of my parents. Everyone I knew are gone, so I truly am alone with no friends. My father passed, and now it's just my mother, but she doesn't get around much. It's a hard time of life when my parents both passed away, but there was a time when when they start getting older and you start caring for them, and it's like a switch roles. Exactly, Harmony Paints. I don't give that any attention. As a matter of fact, a lady today at the Bible study group, she was saying that the world is going to get really bad, that we haven't seen anything yet. It's going to get so bad before the rapture, And I thought, why would you think that way? It's very important how we think. Because I believe this, as you think, so shall it be. So why would you want to think about it getting worse? I want to think of it getting better. And the sad part is that the one man that I really like that I've met online, I met him through my friend Chico, is Craig. And he's just wanting so bad to be able to get in his motorhome that he bought and come down to Texas. but then right now his right leg is he can't use his right leg very much. So boy, one thing after another, and I told him this. I said, out of 5 years I've been without my husband, he's the first man that I honestly could see myself hanging out with. Not because we're lovers, but because we're friends and partners. And it's sad sometimes that, that we can't do the things we want to do. I agree with you, devotee. A lot of people are freaked out at everything, and they are like that here in this town. They're very, I hate to say they, because then I'm really counting everybody, but in a general statement, a little town like this in Texas is very closed-minded, narrow-minded, afraid of people that are different. And I like people that are different. Give me a gay friend, give me a bi friend. I don't care. I really don't. I love people for who they are, and I can't pretend to be like that. I'm not like that. I'm like a fish out of water. I know that. I am here, but it's been good for me. I mean, I'm safe, and I'm happy, and my best friend in the world is here. And her family's adopted me, and I love them so much. And her son, Nathan, is like my son. So, I just, what does that mean, Jenu? Some people turn to MGTOW. Don't know what that means. Libra wants to live where other people don't want to live. I just don't judge people. I just don't judge people. Just because somebody's got tattoos doesn't make them a bad person. Or just because someone's found that they were gay when they were a young kid and that's what they are and they're loving people, then I love them. What is wrong with, why do we condemn others that aren't like us? That's the thing about it that I don't like. Linda says, having my husband's and my retirement and Social Security, my home, no work, and I have my son in Medicare and discounts. But losing the husband 9 months ago, I could be so happy. He was my everything. I know what you mean, Linda. I do. And we were lucky to have such a nice husband. I had one too. And it is hard. It is hard to just realize that you're not going to be with that person anymore. But I'm glad that you have your son and you have a home, and thank God, you've done well, so you're comfortable. What does MGTOW mean? Explain. Men going their own way is a new movement there in Europe, Japan, India. Most of them are divorced men and young red pilled guy. That's awful, Cinnamon Girl. She said I had a lying, cheating husband that did not want to get divorced. Yeah, well, see, that's where I feel very fortunate that I had at least 14 years with a really loving, sweet person. He was so kind and he open-minded. That's one of the things that bother me most about certain people that I've met here. They're very closed-minded. They pretend they're not, but the truth is they are, because they don't accept trans people, and they don't and like, what's going to happen if a trans person dressed as a lady, thinking like a lady, goes into the bathroom to go to the bathroom? You want to send that person into the men's room? I think that's more dangerous. I get a little upset about that. Shirley says people are so self-centered that if people are different from them, they believe their lifestyle is wrong. Right, and I don't agree with that. Think happy thoughts and feel good is right, Maya. If you think negative, it's going to be negative. Hello, Faye. Welcome. Right, Judy. Well, that's why that's where I see my friends in this room. Who am I to judge? You know, who am I to judge your lifestyle? If you're not going to hurt me and you don't hurt anybody else, then you just you do you, as they say. Where did I find the group that goes to Bible study? No, Kathy doesn't go to this Bible study, actually. Um, it's a small town, so you meet people, and we all know everybody. Laura and Kathy and Michelle, all my friends know each other, but they're just my little group of, they're just like my little trio of friends. I can bring Kathy if she wants to go, but she goes to a Bible study on Wednesday night. Cinnamon Girl says, men going their own way, an anti-feminist online community advocating for men to separate themselves from society when they see as harmful to men, particularly heterosexual. I don't get it. Oops. Uh-oh. Almost closed off. Let me just get rid of this person. Bye. That's right, Faye. Positive reflects positive, negative reflects negative. I was in this little group today, and the lady was like, she just was like, it's going to get really, really bad. You've got to get your love Jesus, because it's going to get so bad out there. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. We haven't seen nothing like it. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Don't talk like that, Amaya. I mean, God, that's pretty negative to think that it's going to get worse because the Bible said so. That's where I have to draw the line. Shirley says God made us and loves us as we are. If people hate or judge a person, they are not following God's word. Right. I agree. Well, if you're any kind of hater at all, whether you're a man hater, woman hater, whatever hater, I don't have any use for you. Oh, that's really neat, Linda. You know what? After my husband passed away, I was going through some briefcases that he had, and there was a letter. There was a card, and it was addressed to me, but he hadn't given it to me, and it was the sweetest love card. And I used to I have a box full of love notes and cards, so I do have similar type of memories. Why do you have to call yourself an MGTOW? Like, what the heck is that all about? I don't get it. I agree with you, Dan. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, whatever. If that makes them happy to believe every single word of the Bible, and I know many people here do. That's fine. I have a hard time with it because I feel like men wrote the Bible, and yes, it's supposed to be with God, God inspired, but there's nothing perfect, and even the Bible. That's right. But that's how I feel, and I don't think you should have to feel like I feel. If you want to feel a certain way, or your religion, you have a deep religion, that's fine. Really. Shirley said, I believe what it says. Love is the most important of all. And I do too. I do too. If we were all loving human beings, there wouldn't be any war. Marcel says, I'd say not women haters, more like cheap, selfish, egotistical. Sometimes finding that right person to share your life with is a wonderful thing. If it happens, you're right. I know that, Faye. Hey, welcome, Teresa. Men, what is it again? Men. I can't remember what the G stands for. Going their own way, which is it's a weird thing. Men going the other way. Those men, it just doesn't sound right to me. Yeah, right, Teresa. Where are they going? I don't know. They had that thing for a while. They were calling it men that are what's that word where a guy likes to style his hair and get his nails done? Metrosexual or something. That's okay. You know, there's nothing wrong with what's neat about people is that we are different. Metrosexual. That's right. High comment section. That's okay if a man wants to be very the nails done and have his pedicures and his hair and his that's beautiful. Anything goes. Whatever makes you happy, as long as you're not a hateful person. I will drink to that. I just think it's kind of weird though. I've never heard of that. Men going their own way or whatever. Like why? I think men and women are both really beautiful. If good, loving heart. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. It is a selfish saying, Shirley. It sounds weird. I have never heard it. I guess it's not popular here in Texas. Think Agape says, sure would be nice if we could all stop putting labels on everyone to put them in a box. It's time that we use Agape unconditional love. Oh, I agree with you. Yeah, I never heard of that either till tonight. What agape love is? What are you asking, Linda? Karen says she gave up trying to figure out men years ago. I really enjoy men and I love their company. And I think that men are made to, a good man treats you like a goddess or a queen. And then in return, you do the same. Oh, thank you for coming in, Janu. Have a good day at work. It's been nice talking to you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Peace, love, Greg Brady. Seattle Judy says, a pastor said to me, too many people are so heavenly minded, they're no earthly good. That's a good one. Well, I used to go to church a lot, but I stopped. And it's not one reason, but people are just too judgmental for me. And as soon as they start putting down gay people or trans people, I have no toleration for that hate. I really don't. And I'd love all of you before you do leave to give me a thumbs up tonight. Thank you. That's the only way I can tell whether you really enjoy the live chats. Marcel says, okay, label me tired. So I'll see you again next chat. Love your depression has lifted. Keep that smile going. Night all. I am trying. I'm doing the best to just snap out of it. Up and down. Life's up and down. Happy, happy, happy says, Men are simply creatures, ladies. It's all about respect. If you respect your man, he'll return that with love and caring. Guys are all about respect. I agree. Thanks, Shirley. I know. I don't like to lump everyone together, Dan, either. It is ignorant. And a lot of people, they've lived in these little towns here in Texas all their life. They don't really know what it's like. They think California is just one big den of iniquity. Bad, oh, devil, you know. I have a hard time with it. I do accept that they're like that, but I would be better off. I would be better off in the West Coast. But I can't just go to the West Coast. You have to have money. I don't have the money. Terry says the Bible is true, every word. Jesus said we must love one another, but sin is sin. When you put down the Holy Bible, discounting its inspiration by God, that speaks volumes about you. That's sad. Well, again, Terry, that's an opinion that you have, right? We all are, and we're all different. I don't necessarily believe every single word in the Bible. Oh, Mike, I'm not depressed. I don't even want to go through it. I'll tell you on the phone. We'll just talk about it live. I'll call you. I'll try to call you sometime, maybe tomorrow afternoon or the next day. Yeah, I'm much better than I was the other day. I just had I went on a vacation and to a casino with my friends and lost whatever money I brought, which I knew that I could do that. That wasn't all of it, but that didn't help. But we'll talk in person on the phone, Mike. Well, Terry, I hope that you don't understand that you're not getting me wrong, because if you believe a certain way, if you believe every single word in your Bible, like Mark does too, Kathy's husband, totally every word, that's fine. We love each other anyway. We accept our differences. You know, I was brought up different than you. I was brought up without that word of the Bible being over my head. I just wasn't brought up that way. So you can't expect everyone to think like you do. We can't all feel exactly the same way. But I will tell you that I feel that love is the most important thing. That respect for each other, to love each other's differences, to accept that not everybody lives like you do. And it's okay not to be exactly the same. And because I feel like I want to be real, I'm not going to pretend and tell you what you want to hear. I could do that if you want me to, but it's not me. And I really do believe in God. I've always believed, even as a little kid, I believe in God. I believe there's a higher power. I sure do. Something made this beautiful world we live in. But I'm just not so, I don't think everything's black and white. You're either a believer or a not believer. You're going to go to hell. I'm not like that. That's not the way I am. Okay, let's read. Faye says, love is love, and we can't help who we fall in love with. Right. Shirley said, I wasn't brought up. I had to figure it out and learn so much by being a hospice nurse. Oh, that's wonderful. And Maya says, we're all God's creations. That's right. There's no mistakes. God didn't make any mistakes. Comment section says, the key is for people with different beliefs to try not to make the other person wrong. I don't subscribe to any religious ideologies, but I respect your right to it. Exactly. And then Teresa says, this is purely my opinion. I believe when he said, forget everything else, do this though. Love one another. And dude, that is so hard to do, but if I am so busy loving, I can't be all up in your face. Linda, that's good. And all you can do is try to be the best person you can be, really. I was brought up to kind of follow the 10 Commandments the best of your ability. We're only human, you know? We do things sometimes that aren't so great. I agree with you, Happy. Hi, Chad. That's right, sweetie. If everybody felt the same exact way, life would be very boring. But a lot of people wish that we all felt the same. And if you don't feel like them, then you are a devil worshiper. I mean, I've heard it all. I've heard it all. Chad lives in my town. He's a local guy. That's neat. I love that, Teresa. Yes, my husband was in hospice at the end of his life, and then after he passed away, I got a hospice therapist, basically, one-on-one for a while, like 3 months, and then I joined a hospice spouse loss group that was 6 weeks long, and that changed everything. That helped me so much because I was so depressed and so sad, and so was everybody in the group, but we really leaned on each other. We shared our stories. By the time the 6 weeks were up, I felt so much better. Hey, Rebel Girl. Happy, happy, happy. Ladies, honestly, men are under attack in this country, not something men are worth. Huh? I didn't get that. Dan says it's not the words in the Bible that are at question. It's the interpretation or the manipulations of that. That's the problem, of course. This is my humble opinion. No, I believe that too, Dan. Sent from heaven. I know, Teresa, and I really got help from the whole experience going through hospice. Yeah, so we know that. Hello, all, by the way. Happy, happy, happy sounds like Chico. I wish he was alive. Oh yeah, the hospice groups for people that are left behind to deal with, they really helped me. Honestly, if anybody out there is suffering from a grieving loss in their life, whether it's husband, wife, child, whatever, um, check to see, because they have different groups and it helps. It really helps to get help. Susan Fortney, how you doing, Susan? She said, I have been a hospice nurse for 4 years, been nursing 43 years, retiring at 65. Next year. Ah, nothing like being retired. People go, oh, I don't know. My cousin was working forever. And she was like, I don't think I could handle being retired. But she loves it now. Because now you can sit and do a hobby. You can paint. You can hang out in your pajamas all day if you want to. It's good. Chico, like Chico and the Man. No, not that Chico. There was a man named Chico that had a channel on YouTube, and he was just a wonderful man, and he passed away. So he used to always say, be happy, happy, happy. Very good. That's nice, Mary. Yeah, Dan says men per se aren't under attack in the country. In this country, it's their masculinity. I don't find that, but anyway. Yeah, Shirley, he was my true friend. We stayed in the same RV park for a few months and got to go to dinner together, and we had a good time several times. Teresa said, I was well trained and experienced in all stages of death and dying, but my 20-year-old son fell asleep at the wheel. Oh my God. on his way home after first job after college. When it hits you, baby, no matter what you've learned, you're gonna go through it. That's really tough. I remember when my sister passed away, and it was a mistake. She just absolutely made a mistake, and my mom and dad were never the same. Really, so sad. Right, Faye. Every day's a Saturday when you're retired. I was telling I don't know if you were here when I was saying it, but I was going to come up with like 10 reasons why being retired is so cool. Oh, yes, Judy. I keep in touch with Patrick. That's wonderful, Maya. Oh, man. Honey, I can't even just that pain it's I feel it for you from here. And I'm very sorry. Yes, Susan, I'm feeling much better. I just went through a little bit of just a downtime. A few things made it happen, and I let it get me. But I'm only a human. I'm not always the happy. I try. I don't think women are trying to demasculate men, but I think that women are able to do their own thing without having to be taken care of by a man. Thanks. This is just a T-shirt I got at Walmart. So you see, men are feeling like, because women have become very self-sufficient, and I guess men are feeling that they're not like as needed, by women. But I like the strength of a man, and I like to be. My husband did the things I didn't like to do, and I did the things that he didn't do, so it worked out perfectly. Teresa says, but don't you think, Debs, that losing a loved one helps us to be more open to others' pains and easier to relate to all beings? Maybe so. I've lost my mother, my father, and my sister, and my husband, and I've lost. I don't have family anymore. Not true blood family. I have a cousin. I've got 3 cousins. There you go, Dan. That's a smart way to put it. You sound like a really nice man, Dan. He said, I don't want to be needed by a woman. I want to be wanted. And don't we all just want to be wanted? Aren't we all kind of equal that way? I mean, a good woman is a wonderful thing, and a good man is a wonderful thing. And together, if you're fortunate enough to be able to find each other, yeah, it's wonderful. Yeah, I had a pity party a few days ago. Happy, happy, happy. Not to go off the topic, but tell us a little bit about the RV life. Do you enjoy it? And what would you change about it, if anything? That's what I'm asking, RV Fat Cat. Why is a woman's strength considered demasculating or threatening to men? I don't get it. Yeah, I don't get that either. As far as living in an RV, just to let you know, I enjoy my little home. Um, you have to get used to the thin walls. It's metal. You have to get used to certain things. Go in the bathroom in with a black tank is different than a regular bathroom, but it's not hard at all. It really isn't. I like it. It's very, very cozy. It's got everything I need. I can do everything in my RV that I could do anywhere. Libra said the legal system is very difficult for men to navigate. The courts favor women. I'm a woman and I've seen it many times. See, look at the guys together, high-fiving each other, like they're on their own little place. Oh well, we're cool. We don't, come on, we're all the same. We all have the same needs in our life. And men and women are beautiful together. I don't get that. Right. Just Call Me Honest said it only takes 20 minutes to clean the house. Yeah, it's quicker, it's smaller. But I have everything that you all have. I don't see the big difference other than um, when the wind blows, when it really has a heavy wind, I feel it. When it's raining and it's yucky outside, well, when you're in an RV, you feel it more. Oh, thank you, Gail. Life Less Ordinary. That's my family. Getting ready for bed. Had to stop in and say hello. Everybody, you got to subscribe to that channel. Life Less Ordinary. It's my darling son, Nathan, and his wife, Nadia, and the 3 boys. They've got a great channel. Thank you. Thanks, Nathan. I love my little home. I mean, you know, sure, it's definitely, it could be better when it's certain things. Okay, let me deal with it. There. I don't think I have any. Oops, I missed somebody. Let me see what. Okay, hold on. Let me back it up so I can see what I missed. Mary said, I met my boyfriend through a friend, and I had only known for a year after my other boyfriend died of cancer. She was a good matchmaker. He came home and found his girlfriend dead. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, my husband died of cancer, so that's a terrible disease. Very sad, sad disease. Okay, RV Fat Cat. Okay, but why are you in front of a judge to begin with? LOL. That's the real question. Yes, Rhonda, Texas has some heavy-duty wind, and we feel it. When you live in an RV, you're going to feel the weather because it's just the way it is. It's on wheels, so it's going to move. After about a year or so, you get used to it. It doesn't freak me out anymore. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Nathan, I'm telling you, Nathan, you mean the world to me and your family. The world. I love you guys with all my heart. I'm so lucky that I have you. A real man doesn't feel like a strong woman is a threat of any kind. A boy does, though. Right, Dan? Exactly. It's good. Oh, a strong woman's important. I mean, we should all be kind of strong, you know? Oh, oops. Okay. I think I've really missed a little bit here. Libra said, I work for myself. I research online and get commission. There is no competition, no workplace drama, and I win. Yeah, that sounds like a good thing. Yeah, Dan's a neat man. I like Dan. Let's see here. What have I missed? What kind of paintings am I working on? Hi, Dwayne. I didn't start one today. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to paint, but I am going to start painting. I do enjoy it. I need it. And Linda, she says, my husband was the man, the cop, and I was the woman, and he had to take care of the bills and money. He had me take care of the right. Well, that's a partnership. That's what it is. It's a partner. That's what a good mate is a partner. Somebody's good at one thing and the other person's good at one thing, and they get together and they don't try to make the other person change. They accept and love, and that's it works. Let's see. Teresa says, all I ever wanted was to get the same pay and recognition no matter what sex. Now, after women in Hollywood made that statement, me too, then they stripped Zac Efron on stage to show his abs. Susan says, I have always enjoyed being single. I did not need to be defined by having a man in my life, but I know it is not for everybody. That's what makes it nice. We're all different, you know? Can't be all the same. Hey Nathan, if you're still there, Mike's my friend from Santa Barbara area in California since I was a teenager. Actually, even younger. He's what a good husband he is. What a good dad. And what a sweet friend. He's a great guy. I'm so proud of you, Nathan. Life partners is what I want. If I'm going to ever be with another person again, it's not because they should take care of me or me should take care of them. It's because we decided to be partners and be able to help each other when we can. Bye, Bill. See you later. Thanks, Amanda. I really love you, Mike. I miss you. I miss California. I love California, and I know it's changed, but it's where I was raised, and it's got part of my heart. Right, Rhonda. Well, I have a friend. I have several male friends. I just, Craig is the first man that I would actually want to go travel with because we've talked so much. I think we could be together and enjoy each other's company. He's funny too. He's got a great sense of humor. That's what I like. I like a guy that can laugh and not be so serious. I know, Amanda, they sneak in, but we get rid of them. Single's fine. I've been single for the 5 years and I'm fine. There's nothing better though than to have someone to come home to, put your feet up on the sofa with each other, watch a movie, share a sandwich. I don't know. There's something about a nice man, a nice couple. Libra said, my son's in LA. I'm waiting for the day when he tells me that he's sick of it all and moves back east. It may not happen. Topanga Canyon is a very special place. Teresa said, we had a flood a few years ago here in Nashville. The beautiful thing was seeing lawyers next to laborers, next to housewives, next to gang members, cleaning up each other's neighborhoods. I love that. Yes. Well, that's good. That's being a human. Why don't we just say, let's just be good human beings? If you're a man or a woman, it shouldn't matter. If you respect and love and have a good heart, and don't be closed-minded, that's what I feel. Mary said I was divorced and raised my son alone. Was like 19 years raising him, and you did a great job. I know you did. Right, Dan. Dan said if you're looking for someone because you need them, you're looking for the wrong person. The wrong reason, I mean. Right, Teresa, we need to seek harmony, and I really do love that. That's one thing I do love about this little town I live in. It's very quiet, it's peaceful, there's no traffic. Yeah, when you talk to people, you hear the differences, how they believe. It may not be like how I believe, but I mean, let them believe the way they want. Okay, Mike, love you. I agree, think Agape. When I first moved into my travel trailer, my RV, um, it felt like I lived on a boat. Yeah. RV Fat Cat said, I agree. It's nice to have someone to cuddle, snuggle, and share life with. Yeah, that's the only, and if I couldn't be with someone that's sweet and cuddly and honest and loyal, then I'd rather be alone. That's for sure. But my dogs are my cuddle bunnies. Yep. Linear Smith. Hi, Deb. Have you thought about going to visit Greg? You mean Craig? I can't leave my dogs that long. That's one of the reasons why I don't go, to visit someone like that. I have thought about it, believe me. I told him the other day, I said, you mean I'm going to have to drive the motorhome? Because his right leg is sore and he can't really push it. Happy, happy, happy. I was born in Buffalo, New York, and when I was about 5 years old, my mom and dad decided to start over and move up to Los Angeles. So I lived in Los Angeles from the age 5 till about 25. And then I came to Florida. So those are the 3 places I've spent most of my life. But I never really loved Florida. I really don't like Florida, actually. I don't miss Florida one bit. The only thing I miss about Florida, well, there's a couple things. I miss my cousins and some friends that I know very well, and that's about it. And the other thing maybe would be like to see the sunset on the Gulf of Mexico. I did love the beaches, but I didn't go that much. Okay, buddy. There you go. You're hidden. Dan said I was with an angel for 23 years, and if fate arranges for me to meet another woman, I know that I will know that I'm truly blessed. That's right. Well, yeah, I'm pretty much a California. I'm a California. When I think of where you're from, I say California, but I could say Florida too. North Florida, where I live, is not the Florida most people think of. It is gorgeous where I live. Actually, when I was traveling out of Florida, I really did like that Panama City area. Past what's it called, Ocala, all the way up till you get to Alabama. It was beautiful. Really, it was different. Definitely. Linda says our town is so quiet and lovely. 310 people, but Big Bear is across the lake, larger with shops and restaurants. Anything you need. It is. That's a gorgeous area of California. People think Sanibel. Remember our good memories? We went to Sanibel together, Mike and I. I love Sanibel. It's a beautiful part of Florida. If you can afford to live on the waterway, and you're wealthy enough to not worry about job, then Florida can be very nice. But if you're a working stiff, it ain't easy. I've been to Big Bear. It's beautiful up in the mountains. Yes, Teresa, I agree. Florida was always so humid, so warm and humid, and it felt like, you're in a shower. I know, Susan. I follow Carolyn too. Yeah, I've been watching her. Now she wants to get a floor model type of trailer. I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever. Yeah, I mean, there's good things about everywhere, really. You know, I mean, if you really want to be positive about things, everywhere you go, there's something beautiful about it. But that's that, and you have to look at it that way, I guess. Dan said I was born and raised in Miami. That's what Kathy was born and raised in Miami too. But I'm not comfortable here. I loved Colorado. I've never been to Colorado. I know, Amanda. I'm glad he's gone. Yeah, Miami's it's very hectic. rightly. There's good things and bad things, and you could say really. I've heard people say nasty things about me living in a small town in Texas, but you don't know what it's like here. When you first come here, you think, oh my God, it's so flat. It's so, brown and flat. But the longer I live here, the more beautiful these beautiful farmlands are, the heartland of our country. And to watch the winter wheat grow, the bright green color of it, or to see um, sesame seeds has a yellow flower. It's so pretty that you have to see good where you are. You have to find the beauty because every place is beautiful in its own way. But I did not like Florida the whole time and I lived there a long time, really. I never was thrilled. The only good thing that came out of Florida, my husband and my best friend, Kathy. Those are the two things that I'm glad I was in Florida for. Teresa, I was born MacDill Air Force Base in Tampa and grew up in Grafton, New Hampshire, and then close to Tennessee. I think all those places are nice, actually. I love New Hampshire. It was very pretty when I was there. I was there. And Tennessee's a gorgeous place. Well, North Carolina, I've been all around because I've traveled a lot. I did a lot of art shows all the way up to New York. What, baby?